Not great at the cold opens. Don't really know how to make that more natural. That was perfect. Today, there are new tenants moving into the basement suite of the home that I live in, and so I'm so sorry if they make a bunch of noise. Today's filming has actually been full of so much noise, so I apologize. I apologize a little bit. I don't know how sorry I actually am. How important is the audio quality to you, my dedicated fans? Let me know, and I'll tweak something. The reason that you're here, and the reason that I'm here, is because today I'm going to show you a new hobby. One of my favorite things to do is embroider. I feel like I say that every single hobby is my favorite hobby, and I'm gonna have to stop saying that because they're all my favorites, and I just love them so much. I think this is the second thing I ever embroidered, and it turned out so nice, and I didn't use a pattern or anything, and it's really simple stitches, and so I looked at this when it was done, and I thought, embroidery is a lot easier than people think it might be. So I'm not going to show you how to make this exactly, because one of my favorite things about doing this was that I didn't need a pattern. I just knew some basic stitches and I just stitched it together. So today I'll be showing you the basic stitches that you need to know. You might not be able to see, that cat just hopped up on my lap. Suna, say hello to all of the fans. Hello! Suna, would you like to try some embroidery? So today's tutorial is going to be probably pretty quick and pretty simple and maybe a little fun. And don't forget to both like and subscribe to my YouTube page. This is Suna speaking. Suna says, I'm an old cat and you should probably like and subscribe. How are you so chill all the time? It's like playing with a pile of noodles. She's just so like lanky and warm. What's up there? So lanky, so pointy at the claw parts. She's just happy here, so perhaps there will be no tutorial because I don't know how to get out of this situation. Okay, we're getting there. So thank you once again for tuning in. I hope that you tell all your friends. We're gonna start by cutting some canvas that's bigger than this, or like, I don't know, like an inch bigger. So this is essentially, this is going to keep this taut, so we're not trying to embroider a flaccid rag. Put it on the inner loop. And then I put the outer loop over it, and I twist this so it's taut like a drum. So I'm just going to walk you through the stitches that I used to make this. For this, I picked out some fun colors. Got a dark pink and a light pink. I got 3 shades of blue. I also got 2 different shades of green and a white. So we're going to start with the chain stitch, which I'm just going to follow along this. Cool, so you go in from the back, and we're just going to go right back with our needle, like as close to this as we can. We're going to hold it so we don't pull it all the way through. We want a little loop. And then we're going to go like a millimeter ahead. And we're going to bring it through that. So it makes a nice like thick line. And then once we've got that one, so this thread is coming out of this loop, we're going to go back in right in front of that loop. I always just hold it down with my thumb. And then we stitch it right through. Now I'm going to show you a stitch that isn't actually in the flowers, the flower thing I did, but it is very useful for also getting nice clean lines. We're going to start at the bottom. I'm just going to try and make this as uncomplicated as possible. And then we're going to just go ahead and make one little stitch. We're going to go, same with this, we're going to go ahead 1 millimeter, but we're going to come up. There we go. I'm going to pull that. And then, but I found if you like stick it in the middle of the thread, the behind thread, it actually makes it a lot nicer, a lot smoother. So both of these are great for branches or anything straight or lettering even. I use this little back stitch for lettering a lot. Okay, so next we're gonna do the spiderweb stitch, which is actually, it's so easy and it's one of my complete favorites. So the spiderweb stitch makes rose shapes like these ones. So we draw a little circle and then a big circle. I want to do 5 points. So we start in the middle. We go across. 5 little lines of thread. The first one doesn't matter, you're not going to see it. Then we're going to alternate going under. Don't pull it too tight. And then we're going to skip this one and go over it. We're going to go under this one. We're going to skip this one and go under this one. And then skip this one and go under this one. Because it's an odd number, we're going to be alternating which ones we go over and under, and eventually it adds up. So I'll show you. Meow! Little rose. Middle. Go up, and then right next to it we're going to go back down. And we're going to loop it through like this to make a petal. Meow. We're just going to go right in at the very tip to close that off. So Lazy Daisy is done. I added some little pink thread to the middle of the flower, and then I did some little French knots to make the middle. I'll show you how to do these later. We're going to move over to this flower shape, which we will be using a satin stitch to do. So it'll be like these little guys. We'll do a dark blue and a medium blue. Or maybe these two. I'm going to start with a lighter color. Okay, so basically we're just going to go around the edges. And we'll go all the way down on the edges of the petals. And just go up again. Now we'll start going about halfway down the petal. So you can kind of start from wherever. You just want all of them starting on the outside and pointing towards the middle. The intersection of each petal, we will bring that string all the way down to the middle. So once we've got that, we're just going to do the same thing for every single petal. So I've got all of the little edges marked out with the blue, and now I'm going to go in from the center of the flower. The little circle's kind of hard to see. And I'm just going to start integrating this dark blue pointing outwards into the petals. Yeah, So we'll do it in the middle. Make sure to keep the petals defined. So now I have added the blue, and then I did a couple more little French knots for the middle of the flower. I'm going to show you how to do a leaf. There's a lot of different ways that you can do a leaf, but this is my favorite. Fishbone stitch. I just think the fishbone stitch ends up making the leaf look really natural. Cool. You can hear my neighbor revving his whatever motor that is. He never drives it anywhere, just revs it. So that's great for my video. So you want to go up kind of in the middle of the leaf and pull it through, and then we're going to go to the very top like that. So we want to go side to side now. We'll do that for the rest of the leaf. Start on this side, and we're going to cross over right here. So you want to be following the shape, but do it as close as you can. Get that out. And we just keep going back and forth like that. I find that getting the hang of this stitch is kind of tricky, but once you do, oh my god, it is so useful. My dog just sneezed. Today has just been a wonderful audio experience for all of my listeners and viewers. Thank you, Whiskey, for another sneeze. That one's done. I added a little middle line. That's optional. And then for this, I just did another little chain stitch. I'm going to show you how to do these are called French knots. I've also used them in the middle flowers. Okay, so this knot is simple, but it takes a little time to get the hang of. So you just want to put it kind of anywhere, doesn't really matter where, along the branch. You'll pull it through, and then you'll take the thread, and we're going to wind it around the needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to do it 5 times. For these little ones in the middle, I only did it 3 times, makes it a little bit flatter. You're going to want to stick it right next to where the string came out. Put it down, hold this tight, and then I just press it down with my fingernail, still holding that string taut. You just pull it through, and you get this pretty little knot. Obviously, the more times you wrap the string around the needle, the more of a little like sphere you're gonna get, not like a flat thing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I used obviously the French knots here, Lazy Daisy, chain stitch for all the stems, use this little fishbone leaf for all of the different leaves, spiderweb one for these roses, and this like layered integrated satin stitch for these flowers. And yeah, there you go. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you try it out and send me pictures. I love you. I love you each so much.